Although Katy Perry and Carrie Underwood are both well-known singers, viewers of reality shows are more familiar with them from their roles as American Idol judges. Indeed, Underwood just spoke with someone about her predecessor. Additionally, she had already discussed a recent Perry anecdote. When Underwood emerged victorious in the 4th season of American Idol, it was her big break. But in season 23, she made a comeback to the show, this time as a judge. In 2018, Perry became a judge for the first time in the 16th season of the program. In 2024, she would depart the program, and Underwood would essentially take her place. But as was previously mentioned, Perry has also lately garnered media attention for her participation in Blue Origin's all-female space mission. On April 14, 2025, Perry traveled to space, joining celebrities like Gayle King. In a recent interview with Access Hollywood, Underwood was questioned about Perry's vacation. "The day I go to space will be when the good Lord decides my time on Earth here is done and he takes me home," she said in response to a question on whether she would like to travel to space. "So, that will be the day I leave this Earth," she added. Lionel Richie, a fellow judge, also discussed Perry's interplanetary voyage. He revealed, "I thought, get out of the capsule. Nothing was going to go wrong, exactly. Just that the statement, 'never happened before,' bothers me." "You go right on, girl," I said. Richie acknowledged, like Underwood, that he wouldn't want to go on such a journey himself. "I'm having trouble navigating Earth and gravity," he revealed. "At this stage in my life, it is difficult for me to just walk upright every day." Perry's space voyage has been discussed by Underwood previously. She expressed similar feelings when she said, "I'm good on the ground," to E! News. But she also described the concept as amazing and crazy. Luke Bryan also gave the newspaper his perspective on the matter. "I remember thinking, wow, that's crazy that you're getting to go," when I heard the news that she was leaving, he wrote. "But I was like, oh my God, wow," when she returned safely. Fantastic. Bryan even acknowledged that he texted Perry to catch up with her following her spaceflight. "I'll be interested to hear her version of it," he said. "It was just totally crazy," she said. She didn't go into much more detail than that. "However, I'm simply relieved that everyone arrived home safely. For many years, American Idol's dazzling stage has served as a nurturing ground for simmering tensions, a furnace for ambitions, and a springboard for careers. The relationships between the judges and previous competitors frequently offer their own captivating stories, even if the emphasis is unquestionably on the emerging talent. One such storyline, which appears to be dormant but may resurface, centers on two of the show's most recognizable characters, pop phenomenon turned idol judge Katy Perry and Grammy-winning singer Carrie Underwood. A long-standing, if sometimes subtle, undercurrent of imagined enmity has been rekindled by rumors and speculative headlines that imply a fresh swipe from Underwood towards Perry. We must first examine the background of this fascinating dynamic in order to completely comprehend the possibility of fresh friction. The winner of Season 4, Carrie Underwood, became a household name because to her combination of strong voice and country charm. Her journey on Idol was a typical Cinderella tale, enthralling viewers with her indisputable talent and modest upbringing. In contrast, Katy Perry, who joined the Idol judging panel in 2018, brought with her a reputation as a worldwide pop superstar and a lively, frequently theatrical energy. Early on in Perry's judging career, the first hints of perceived stress were planted quietly, almost imperceptibly. Fans of Idol, who were fervently devoted to the program's history and its most prosperous former contestants, frequently contrasted Perry's judging approach and influence with those of previous contestants, such as Simon Cowell, Paula Abdul, and Randy Jackson. Perhaps unjustly, parallels were also made between Perry's pop sensibilities and many Idol winners, including Underwood, who had more conventional country and rock backgrounds. In 2019, the first publicly publicized example of a possible swipe took place. Katy Perry commented on a contestant's performance during an episode, implying that it lacked the spark, or it factor, that characterized genuine superstardom. Despite its apparent harmlessness, several astute fans and entertainment analysts saw this as a subtle barb at the musician's alleged lack of overt showmanship, maybe including those who are renowned for the vocal skills over intricate stage shows. Some interpreted this as a covert jab at Underwood's style, considering her reputation as a powerful vocalist who values singing over complex theatrics. Underwood, who is renowned for being largely reclusive and avoiding public conflicts, chose not to respond to the rumors immediately. When asked what she values most in a successful musician, she prioritized vocal ability and honesty in a subsequent interview. Some saw this as a subtle counterweight to Perry's emphasis on overall performance and spark, even though it may be read as a generalization. Even though these early cases created a lot of noise, many people wrote them down as exaggerated media hyperbole. With sizable fan bases and indisputable talent, both performers are at the height of their careers. A real, long-standing rivalry didn't seem likely. Nevertheless, the story continued, driven by rumors on social media and the drama that comes with being in the entertainment business. In more recent times, the rumors have reappeared, this time about certain remarks or behaviors that have been seen as Underwood making another swipe in Perry's direction. The details of this most recent said event are still not quite clear in the first reports, which are sometimes presented in headlines as a subtle dig or a pointed remark. Celebrity rumors frequently exhibit this ambiguity, with interpretations being extremely subjective and influenced by pre-existing narratives. The continuous debate about the American Idol judges might be one cause of the resurgence of hostilities. There has been some rotation and conjecture about the third seat because Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie are reliable mainstays. Carrie Underwood is a very popular and accomplished alumna, and her name comes up from time to time when fans are talking about possible future judges. Even while it is entirely theoretical, this possibility may produce an intriguing dynamic by putting Underwood in a leadership role on the program that started her career, either next to Perry or even in her place. The changing music industry landscape and the divergent career paths of these two performers may also be points of contention. Despite their undeniable success, they have different approaches to their public identities and occupations. Underwood has developed a devoted and robust fan following by mostly staying in the country music industry. By experimenting with many sounds and keeping a strong profile in the public eye, Perry, on the other hand, has embraced her role as a pop superstar and frequently interacts with current events and social media. Although not always bad, differences in artistic expression and career paths can occasionally be interpreted as a covert kind of rivalry in the entertainment industry. The most recent purported swipe may perhaps have been related to remarks made on certain candidates or the current season of American Idol. Even while Underwood hasn't been known to publicly criticize Perry's judgment, any remarks she makes about the program or its contestants might be seen through the prism of the current relationship. It may be interpreted as a veiled criticism, for example, if Underwood were to commend a competitor for traits that appear to be in opposition to those Perry advocates. It is important to stress that these are primarily conjectures and interpretations based on scant evidence and the media's and fans' innate propensity to fabricate interesting stories. The notion of a major rivalry is mainly left to speculation in the absence of concrete, verifiable proof of a scathing assault or a public dispute. Katy Perry and Carrie Underwood are both seasoned pros who have spent years navigating the intricacies of the entertainment business. They may deliberately steer clear of public arguments since they are probably well aware of the media's propensity for dramatization. But the tenacity of this story raises the possibility of a more profound, if subtle, undercurrent of difference or even a friendly, unspoken rivalry. Both artists have accomplished amazing things in their lives and are immensely successful. Even if they present a friendly public image, it is not unusual for people in competitive sectors to hold different views or methods. The concept of a swipe also highlights how social media and online comments may influence public opinion. Online analysis and amplification of an apparently innocuous remark or action can result in inflated interpretations and the production of manufactured drama. Because of the devotion to their favorite musicians, fans might sometimes be quick to see rivalry or hostility when none actually exists. In addition, American Idol's history is replete with competition and drama, both on and off the stage. The program has always flourished on gripping plots, from the early days of Paula Abdul and Simon Cowell's light-hearted banter to the fierce struggle amongst competitors. This intricate web of idol legend is further enhanced by the relationship between past competitors and present judges. If there is a resurgence of tension, Even if it is slight, it is probably caused by a number of things: varying aesthetic preferences, possible disagreements on the show's course, and the music industry's innate competitiveness. It's also conceivable that any apparent swipe is just an exaggerated response to a statement or action that wasn't meant to be offensive. In the end, without hard proof, it is impossible to determine whether Carrie Underwood has indeed taken another swipe at Katy Perry. Speculation, interpretation, and the natural drama of the entertainment industry all contribute to the plot. The bond between these two strong women, both of whom were created by the American Idol machine, is evidently fascinating to viewers and makes for interesting news stories. It emphasizes the lasting influence of American Idol and the lasting impact it has had on the music business, regardless of whether this is a real, simmering feud or just a made-up plot for entertainment. It also serves as a reminder of how even seemingly insignificant exchanges between famous personalities may be construed in a variety of ways, influencing public opinion and escalating the never-ending cycle of celebrity rumors. The prospect of a future encounter between these two stars is arguably the most interesting element of this possible resurgence of tension. Maybe they could perform together on an American Idol finale. Could they work together on a song that would bridge the pop-country divide? Even if they are currently speculative, such situations would surely spark a great deal of curiosity and may even provide further insight into their actual connection, thereby ending the rumors and conjecture. The story of the possible rivalry between Katy Perry and Carrie Underwood, two titans of the music business who were formed on the American Idol stage, will continue to captivate viewers and feed the drama surrounding the program that began it all until that time.